Good evening to everybody. At the outset, I'm very happy to be part of this Women Science Congress because I feel very proud. I'm an alumni of SV University. I completed my MBBS in 1982 and took from the same SV University because those days all medical everything used to be under SV University. Somewhere in the late 80s it got used to Health University. That's why I feel my certificates, everything still carries as a SU University. Whenever I come to onto this podium, I feel that I am alumni of this university. And after listening to today, actually, it was very nice to see so many women scientists who are on the top posts. And I, to be frank, have learned a lot of things, especially looking at Dr. Savitri and morning that missile man. So simple, so this one, nobody can from external appearance, they can think that they are the great scientists. But you see the determination, how much they had. My message to all the youngsters is like the age of, at least my personal feeling, the last 2-3 decades, it was the informational technology was there. Now I think biotechnology and biological sciences is going to take up. Being a now medical person and especially being a neurologist, as Madam mentioned previously, but I would like to tell for the last 2-3 decades, there is a lot of understanding about the brain diseases. There are many inventions and treatment have come up, but only the stem cells, what Madam was telling, it's not for all the neurological diseases. It is only certain neurological, which are the so-called degenerative diseases, where as of now there is no treatment, the stem cells have been tried. That compared to our student days, like when we were 83, 84, then subsequently I did my neurology training from National Institute of Mental Health and Neurosciences. In India, that is the only exclusive center where it is given 5 years course of neurology on the lines of Montreal Institute of Canada. There, after MBBS, if your chosen of interest is there, then you can completely do the research into that area. And being trained from the premier institute, though being a doctor, everybody think it is a corporate sector, but each doctor has got 3 responsibilities. One is the service component, second is this academic component, third is the research component. Unfortunately, because of population and doctors ratio is less, very few people are going for academic and research. But to come for the advances in the medical field, especially other neurological field, you need equal importance to be given to the academic as well as the research activities, and especially the research. Unfortunately, in our country, like there is a lot of research is being done at the basic science universities like this, and then there is no communication with the clinicians. That's why it is not being transmitted. In abroad, some of the universities where a clinician will be working in the lab and a primary scientist will be working in the clinical wards. That's why they have a good interaction. But ultimately, whatever the research you do in the lab, it has to come to the bedside. That is what you call bench to the bedside. At the same time, to get an idea what research you have to do at the bench level, even the basic scientists should come and visit the hospital, see the problems, what sort of a thing, then you can get an idea, or interact with the clinicians or doctors, what are the problems each day everybody is facing, then you can do good thing. That's why I think what you call translational research, a good interaction from between both basic scientists and clinician is a must to have a holistic approach, because sometimes I see a lot of research is being done and we clinicians are busy with the service activity, this one we don't know what is going on, we will not be able to apply. But fortunately now with the lot of internet and everything is being communicated, and I personally feel all the basic scientists should interact with the clinician, and similarly each clinician should take some time off to see what is being done at the laboratory so that you can do this. Because even at the end of now, of course, I finished 26 years of clinical service. Each patient we see in the OPD or ward is a education. Each patient is a challenge, because no patient will read the textbook of medicine and neurology come to a doctor. Each symptom is different, and when you do investigation, workup is entirely different. Those things, sometimes you get an idea looking at that patient, how I can make it better, how I can do it better. The ideas the doctor will having, but at the same time he may not have a time to spend and do workout on that. And that's what my personal thing is, all the youngsters who are doing this one have an interaction with the clinical doctors, and so that you can get a better ideas. And especially being a neurologist, especially in the field of neurosciences, there are a lot of opportunities are there, and many, especially for basic scientists, neurobiologists, who are interested in basic science should take up these specialties, and they can definitely come up in life, because the future medicine, as all of you know, is going to be with the precision medicine or personalized medicine, and the coming field is a molecular biology. Now is going to take up molecular medicine. Like nowadays, like for any patient of tuberculosis, you give a standard tuberculosis which you give it to everybody. But now one patient will respond to the drugs, other patient may not respond to the same drug. You have to do the genetic mapping of the patient and then see the drug, then you have to give a personalized or precision medicine. That's why nowadays even the doctors need to learn lot of this genetics and other applied aspects of genetics and the molecular medicine for the future. If the doctor has to be updated with the current knowledge, I think they also should do it. And similarly, because people who are in the field of especially bioinformatics and then all this genetics, molecular biology, now most of the departments, if you see, lot of these neurological disorders, especially once upon a time, we thought they are degenerated diseases, there is no treatment. Now we have found out there are definitely there are genetic mutations. Altering of those things can definitely make the patient's life better. Like, or if you know that the disease is a genetic, we can counsel about the future offspring. Like certain of these attacks, as you call, with unsteadiness of gait. Even in the Parkinsonism, there are certain types, they are definitely hereditary. They have been identified, some of those gene mutations. Once you identify this gene mutation, then the treatment becomes difficult. I think the future is lot based on these basics of basic science of molecular biology, genetics, precision medicine. I think all these youngsters should get into these sort of fields nowadays, so that it becomes, you are going to do a good service to the human mankind. And I think with this I will end my talk. Thank you for giving me the opportunity.